So from my understanding, Viterra is a massive global company. So where exactly does Canada fit in with the whole scheme?
Yeah, so Viterra, as you recently heard, the name and brand has recently taken global here across the complete Glencore agriculture footprint, and that integration began here in November and will complete here in the spring across the globe. And when that shareholder purchased us in 2012, everybody is well aware in Western Canada know they left the Viterra name intact. It's something that we're very proud of, and it's something that in a very short time, I think, had good brand equity, and farmers quickly learned what Viterra was and what they stood for and the history of that. So that stayed intact, of course, and now, again, like I mentioned, gone globally. Canada plays a big part in the overall portfolio for our ag business. We are a major contributor, of course, from the origination as well as the terminal assets for the export side, things like that. So we play a big role in the overall success of the global business.
What matters to me as a farmer is if these elevator companies are continually investing in Canada in infrastructure, because at the end of the day, if companies are investing in Canada, it's going to benefit us as a farm that exports products overseas. So one thing was there was an elevator in Rosser that was announced to be built, which is only a few miles from my farm. Where is Viterra investing in Canada, if any?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Rosser, a new facility that will be up and running here, scheduled late fall of 21 here if everything goes as planned. So we're pretty excited about that asset, and it helps us rejuvenate our presence in that area. But much like Rosser, we're continuously looking at our footprint, and we have for a number of years. And I think, if you've been following along, you'll see since about 2010, we've been strategically putting up new assets, much like others have as well. And I think that goes to show you some of the support and the eagerness for Canadian agriculture here as a whole, the investment. And much like you in your operation and everyone else in Western Canada, they're constantly looking at how do they invest into their operation to make it better, more efficient, So we look at the same way. So every year we're constantly looking at our assets. How do we make them more efficient, whether it's additional rail capacity, is it additional storage capacity, or is it just simply making sure the facility is running like it's supposed to run, right? So the legs elevating as fast as they should be. Are we loading the cars as fast as we should be? Are we being able to get you guys in and out as fast as we can? Things like that. So we're continuously looking at that, and I think you see that with our competitors as well. Unfortunately, we're probably not unique to that, but it's something that we look at all the time. And part of that is how do we make sure that we can continue to grow our exports, right, for all of us in this business? And by being able to do what we say we're going to do goes a long ways. And I know we've seen some challenge of that in the mid-teens, right, with some logistical challenges. That took us a little bit of time to get past, right, and reputational, and we had a little bit of street cred to get back. Grain's moving very well, as you well know, this year, and there's been good opportunity to grow our exports. And through COVID, thankfully, our sector hasn't really been affected by it, right? And we were able to take advantage of that shipping opportunity, those export demands, all the way through COVID, and that's continuing to see on. So that's been very positive, and I think we're starting to build some of that relationship back as a trusted shipper from Canada, right? And not just Viterra, but it's an industry.